Well, hello friends. I am getting ready for my day. I spent the evening outside last night with Lauren, and I guess I have allergies too because I woke up throughout the night with a sore throat and just like a general blah, like there was a gunk like coming into my throat feeling. So that's fun. Don't quite know what else to do with that. I'm really sick of feeling miserable. And of course, I've got my PMS going, so not making me feel any better. But the day must go on. I have 2 meetings today, one in 2 hours, just virtually, and then one evening meeting in person. Both are potential client calls, so it's very exciting, but also like when you don't feel your best, kind of hard to be like, yay, like come on board. So a little difficult. I'm hoping that I have better news for you as the week goes on, but definitely still kind of getting over the COVIDina, getting back to life, you know. It's not the most fun time in the whole world. But we have some fun things planned this weekend and Friday, but overall, like pretty chill. I have a lot of calls, a lot of meetings this week that I can't miss. So we will be pushing through all of those. Eventually, at some point, I need to reach out to other people that I had things planned with and just get that scheduled, like rescheduled. There were a few people that I was supposed to get lunch with, get coffee with, that just aren't urgent, like while I'm resting. So I need to get those people scheduled again eventually. And I'm very excited by all of these opportunities that I'm getting with new potential clients. I think a lot of them will be a good fit. So it's just like, you know, how do I do all of this while not feeling 100%? I feel like very excited because I feel like there's potential there. There's really good fits with clients. So I don't want to like lose out on them because I'm not doing the best. I mean, maybe it won't work out with some of them anyway, so it's not like I need to like rush and like stress that like all of it's gonna happen at once, but could very well be the case because I feel like I'm a really good fit for like a lot of these options, so I don't know. My freaking brow wiz is on its like last leg. This part is just like fully disattached or unattached from the rest of it. I know that your eyebrows are supposed to be like thinner towards the front, but I don't love that. I love like a more full look, like the full eyebrow is filled in. Not like blocky, but like still strokes, but more of like a defined shape. This is the look. My hair is disgusting, even though I just washed it. I like didn't have the energy recovering from COVID, so I like didn't get like a good suds. So it's definitely greasy from the back. We're gonna put it up in a claw clip today. I'm gonna do just like leggings and then like a button-up shirt over this for my in-person meeting. But luckily my first one is virtual, so I can sit there in my desk chair, take it real quick, hope it's a good fit. And then I can go back to bed and maybe I'll nap. I don't know. I don't think I'll need it because I want to be like really good and tired for tonight. But yeah, definitely not the morning I was hoping for. But I am on the mend and these will be like the COVID recovery diaries. So stay tuned. Well, hello vlog. It is later on in the week. It is Wednesday, I believe. Is it Wednesday?
Yep. Yeah,
it's Wednesday. I'm just super tired, super drained. I have PMS going on top of recovering from COVID, and this weekend I think I mentioned it? Yeah, I mentioned. I sat out with Lauren and I got like a little bit of allergy flare up, I guess. So kind of battling that. As you can hear, I'm still pretty congested. And for whatever reason, tonight has been like a really congested evening. So anyway, battling that, but I'm okay. Your girl made some Greek salad. So we're gonna have that with some pita bread and tzatziki and hummus for dinner. We've also been both kind of battling some like GERD or like acid reflux. I just feel like our guts like got wiped from COVID. So that has not been fun, but I've just been trying to catch up on all of these calls and meetings that I had to push off. So it's just been a very stressful week, but tomorrow I will have a little bit of a chill day until a client meeting has to happen. So I'm feeling like we are doing well. But this is the Greek salad. I went very simple this time. I actually did a red bell pepper. I forgot to get the green. And then cucumber, got some Kalamata olives, some cherry tomatoes. We left the fresh red onion out of this just because of our acid reflux. I guess we could have left the tomatoes out too, but I like me a good little cherry tomato. And then I put in some fresh basil and some feta. And then we did like a red wine vinegar, olive oil, garlic clove, oregano, salt and pepper, and Dijon mustard dressing. I will link down the recipe down below. I'm also going to put some artichokes. I love these little quartered marinated artichokes from Trader Joe's, so I'm going to put some in mine, but Jared is not an artichoke guy. And then we got the Trader Joe's tzatziki, and then this like roasted garlic hummus from like Safeway or something. Happy Friday, everybody. I am headed off to go meet Nicole. We're gonna go walk the RAC, which is the Regional Athletic Complex over in Lacey here. We're also gonna go get some co-working done. So it should be a very fun, relaxing Friday afternoon. I have already been up kind of getting some stuff done a little bit here and there. I have 2 web projects to work on. One is just like a little web project that I'm just taking on. It's actually the son of one of my old clients. He's super fun, super sweet. So I'm helping him with his website. And then a repeat client from like my early days, like 2018 or something. She's gonna just do a little revamp. So helping her with that, helping him with that. It's gonna be a very, very fun day. Not a lot that I have to do per se. But of course there's always a lot to do. And I'm signing on new people, which is very exciting. So one of my clients or consultation calls, they are signing on for retainer marketing, which is very, very exciting. They are in Centralia, which is more of like a rural area here, very small. And she is so sweet, the owner. It is an antique mall, so it's very, very interesting, very exciting. I don't do a whole lot of product, so I'm very excited to like get into it, experiment, have a lot of fun with our social media. So I'm starting with her, and then there's another client that might be coming on that is a nonprofit, and they are a chamber orchestra, which is really, really cool too. So lots happening, but those are my 2 like really big consult calls. And then I had a consult call with a BIPOC farmers initiative, so Black, Indigenous people of color, and basically farmers and other small businesses in the Tacoma area. Tacoma, Seattle. So that would just be like a part-time, like really quick gig. It would be maybe like some one-on-one mentorship with like each business owner. It's part of like a collective, and then a big like workshop, like a 2-hour lunch and learn thing. So we will see about that. I'm honored to be considered. I know he's looking at other options, but that was really cool that he thought I was worthy enough. I mean, like, obviously I've been in the field 10 years. I shouldn't cut myself short. It's really cool that someone in the upper like areas chose to reach out to me to get a quote. So I have to get that quote over to him today. And then what was the other one? The other one was the website that I'm working on. So it was really just like back-to-back consultations, and they were waiting on me because I had COVID, which I feel so grateful that they did wait. So anyway, that's the latest. So we're brewing with new projects, and so I also like can't fall behind on everything else. So I'm trying to just keep up my lifestyle. So that is the latest. We are going to be working. We are going to be kikiing. We are going to get a little drinkity drink, and we're going to get our yummy breakfast burritos, hopefully. And we're just going to have a fun time. So we're going to go for a walk, and I'm going to see how I do. We're going to aim to go around the track 2 times. I'm not quite sure if I will be able to. I'm also, I think, going to aim to do the little hill. But I just don't know how my cardio fitness is since COVID. So more to come. We will have to investigate that. As you can tell, I have not vlogged very much this week. It's just been so much energy spent on business stuff, which I'm so grateful for. But a lot of things coming on the pipeline for like current clients. And then there is that one client that I mentioned in last week's vlog. I think earlier in this week's vlog, maybe, or last week, I don't know. But I mentioned there was a client who's just a little delayed. They should have gotten started like a long time ago. And by a long time ago, I mean like a couple months ago. Because it is like a timely event. There's like a date for it. So it's just kind of been a mess. And like the person knows that. We've just kind of been trying to figure it out. But I don't have a signed contract. And like I can't work without a signed contract. So if that comes through, it's kind of like we're waiting. And I have to like bust into action like right when it comes through. So more to come. I'm just trying to stay afloat, and I'm trying to please everybody, and luckily they've been so understanding about like my illness and everything, but it's just been a little bit of a journey. So anyway, we're getting back into it. Okay, an update on my coloring. I wanted to give you this because I mentioned it in the last week's vlog. I got my new, what is it, 180 count or however many there are. I lost some colors, like from the jump. I don't know what happened. I checked in the couch, I checked under the couch, everywhere. I can't find them. So I think I only have like 160 or 70 here. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. So I went through and I did these color coding sheets when I first got it, and it's been really helpful to be able to see like what's going on. But like this one I think I don't have. There's like a few in here I don't have. I don't really know what happened, but anyway, I use these to inform my coloring. This is my favorite so far. My favorite was it was like the Girl Moments or whatever by Coco, and I'm obsessed with it. I think it's by Coco, and they just don't make any others. Like it's the only one. So it's like this. It's like one of the square books, but this Cozy Space is what I had no idea it was this big. I'm fully obsessed. So to go through some masterpieces so far, we have this one, our little alien situations here. They look like aliens to me. I know they're probably just like what do you call them? Ants or something? I don't know, but they kind of look like little alien turtles. And then we've got a little bear in her bread bakery baking her sweets with her little egg rug. Then we have a mouse reading a book with her tea, and she's inside an alarm clock type situation. Then we have sharks watching the fish with their little tortilla chips, and they're in their little sea situation. Then we've got this house, which I think Maya did this one. Beautiful little apple tree and some mushrooms. Then we've got the frog taking a bath and then also sewing. She's a crafty gal. Then we have the cat or dog who owns a pet store selling a fish. Oh yes, this must be a cat, right? Selling a fish to a dog. And we got a fish tank. This color, by the way, don't know what this is, but it bleeds through. So you'll see there's like yellow all over. So weird. Anyway, guess they didn't formulate that one correctly. But this one's a little like photo flat lay with some little stuffies. Then we've got a rabbit with its little cup of cocoa and its knitting stuff and its little carrots living in the little snowy house with some mushrooms. This one of my favorite masterpieces I did. Little mice having a little sleepover in their little 2-story moment. I'm working on this one right now. This is my mouse that is cooking something. She is a queen. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. Like a TV? I don't really know. And then I think that's it. Oh no, we're working on this one. I did this one. Okay. Mouse with a flower stand. Maya might have done this one too. I honestly can't remember who did what. Then I did these little owlies. They're in bed in a teapot. And then I think oh yeah, working on these little owlies as well in the witch's hat. The capybara taking a shower. I think this one's Maya's. So we're gonna return to this in 2 days, but yeah, that is what we did in this book. It's just the best, so we've been really focusing on those. But these are really cute too. Comfy Days. I don't think I've done any in these actually. Oh no, I have. I say I haven't done anything and then I find a million things in here. We got the little rabbit and is it the mouse having a tea party. And we were watching, what's his face? Hugh Grant, Mormons Come Over, and he has a blueberry pie candle. So I made a blueberry pie. Anyway, we've got the little, is this a dinosaur? I don't know. And the bird, or whoever this is, making an apple pie. And see, it bled through again. It's just that one color. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway. Then we have the alien thingy again with his delicious little fall market goodies and a rabbit and a little duck, I want to say. Getting his little fall bounty on. Then we've got a little alien guy hanging out with his Christmas scene. He has his Santa letter and his cookies and his little cat. And then we've got these bears making wine. It's very I Love Lucy. It's really giving. So we love that scene. And I think that's it for this one. So we've done some in these books so far. And then I've only done a couple in the little corner. So this doesn't have any characters. It's just scenes, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But I made the pizza shop, the little wood oven pizza. Then we're working on this scene. It's a little bedroom. I'm really proud of myself for this color scheme. I think that might be it. Oh, there's one in here. I think Maya did this one. Yeah, we did a little bath scene. And that's basically it. So these are our new 3. In September, I get to start the Spooky Cutie, Cute and Comfy Coloring Book. So we've got little ghosties in here. We've got like really ooky spooky things. Me. I love it. So we get to do those pretty soon as well. Ooh, the Plague Doctor. You got lots of fun stuff. So anyway, Coco has been my favorite. I haven't tried, what are the other ones? There's like a bear or a puppy. It's called like Bobby or something. Haven't tried that one yet. There's a couple others too, but I like the Coco. They actually ship from Amazon even if you order on TikTok Shop. So I don't really get the point of doing that, but whatever. I just do them on TikTok Shop. They're a little pricey, but I mean, I buy them like once a year, so not terrible. But yeah, I think I'm gonna work on finishing some of my pieces in here, and then we'll get back at it with Maya's on Sunday. But I wanted to give you a little update as to what I was working on. It's been very, very fun. And it's just very relaxing. So when I was sick, I did like one a day. So I did this one while I was sick. Yeah, we did some cute stuff. So anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I do have to buy these like once a year because they do run out for how frequently I color. But I still have like my old one somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I can let like friends use that one if they need it, and I can use these, really whatever works. But anyway, I've been getting lots of quality coloring in as I've been ill. Good morning, happy Saturday. I am just slow to get going today. Yesterday I was dealing with some like back pain, just like not the best situation. Wasn't feeling the greatest. But it was also just a long day since I was successfully able to go around my normal trek on the rack. We went up the steep hill at like the start of the track on the gravel, and then we did like a full loop on like the bigger track twice. So I was able to do that, but it definitely like tuckered me out a bit on top of like working and getting stuff done same day. So it was just like a little bit of a jaunt that kind of tuckered me out a little bit. So I was feeling pretty like tired by the time I got done. And then we did get some takeout for dinner, and so I think that just made me feel a little bit more sluggish. So it was just kind of like a cozy but lazy little Friday night. But I did coloring, as you saw, and I had some fun, but now we have to get up and go back to life. So I just took a little body shower. I'm feeling good. I'm also still on my period, so that's a little bit of like, you know, also fatigue adding there, but it's okay. We are going to get up, live a normal day. I have to go to Trader Joe's, and then I have to go to Haggen because I have a prescription to pick up there, and I just need like a couple things. But overall, the grocery list is very short this week. It was longer last week because we had to stock up on everything we missed, but this week it's not too bad. So we're gonna try to get everything done on our list very quickly, and then we're gonna go to California Tacos, and we have not tried their breakfast burritos yet. We've heard amazing things from our friends, and we have yet to try, which is just crazy to me because like California Tacos is our place. We literally grew up like as 20-year-olds first dating, like going there all the time. That was like a cheap restaurant, like a food truck that we could go to. So we were like avid Tacos California people. But yeah, apparently they have these breakfast burritos. They serve them all day too, which is interesting. And it's like eggs, cheese, it could be like potatoes or bacon or sausage or ham, whatever you want. So it sounds really good. So I'm gonna pick those up after a little shopperoonie. But we're just gonna get things going, and then tonight we're gonna see my parents finally after what feels like ages. It's really only been like 3 weeks, but it just sucks because they were in Scotland for a whole month, and then as soon as they got back, I got sick. We had like Father's Day together, and that was like the day I really came down with my sickness. Got sick, recovered, but had Pride, so I didn't want to bring them any germs that we might have gotten at Pride. And then right after that, we did get sick, so then we have not seen them. I know it's like a lot of complaining, it's first world problems, but my parents are aging, and I really like all of my time that I can get with them. So I think that's just like been a part of like my frustration of like, I really like should be with my mom and dad right now, and like soaking up all the time we have together. I know that's just like a minuscule, like irrelevant thing, but it definitely like is something in the back of my mind all the time. So we finally get dinner again with them. My dad is making his like pasta au gratin situation. It's like a mac and cheese with like veggies and stuff. So it should be really good. And then what else? Tomorrow we Zoom with Maya. We're also going to get breakfast and do a walk around the lake with Angela, Jared's mom. We just thought, let's invite her out. Our friends are a little busy with their schedule, so they can't really make it work to like do lake walks until August. But we really like doing that. So we're gonna go around Capitol Lake now that I know I can, and I have the bandwidth to do that. We're gonna do a Capitol Lake morning walk, and then we're gonna go get 6th Borough Bagels, and then I'm gonna Zoom Maya, and we really wanna watch The Woman in the Yard. That's like a horror movie that came out pretty recently. We wanna watch that one, and then we wanna keep up on our little Final Desties. We are now on Final Destination 5. I don't know how many there are, but we're seeing them all. So, that's the latest. I am so grateful for everything the way it's gone. I am trying to stay in that mindset. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I know I complain my vlog. I definitely vent to you guys, but just know I am very happy. I know I handled COVID better than I could have, and overall, it's been a good summer. It's just hard to lose like a full month. But we're making it work. We're figuring it out, and it's gonna be okay. It's just, sometimes it's frustrating when things don't go your way, but people have it a lot worse, and I need to keep that in perspective. So anyway, hoping to get back into life. I do still have a bit of the congestion. I'm trying to figure out if it's allergies or if it's lingering COVID stuff. I feel like it's probably a combo, but mainly the lingering COVID stuff, because it usually takes me like after a rough cold like 3 to 4 weeks for like cough to go away, congestion to go away. So I'm hoping it's just that. I'm not quite sure. But my allergies or whatever were not stirred up yesterday from being around pollen and like trees and stuff. So we will see. We're gonna test it next week. We have family game night and we're gonna be around a lot of pollen and a lot of grass at my parents' house. So we will see how I come home after that. But yeah, it's, you know, we're figuring it out. But overall though, super happy about everything. My client signed on Antique Mall yesterday. I got the contract and we're all set up for our kickoff call. And I was able to work on the man whose website I'm helping with. He's a therapist, but he also has like a therapy related podcast, which is really cool. And so I have started working on that. I'm gonna try to get that second web project done, but for some reason I can't access her website dashboard. And I don't know if like maybe I'm doing something wrong. I am finally in a good place with work, I feel like of course it could go crazy tomorrow. But so far so good. I think I've caught up on what I wanted to get done. And I just really have like a couple things that I want to get done this coming week. I have to keep prepping so I don't fall behind. But other than like these little web projects, the big web projects are coming to a close. And I'm feeling really, really good about that because it opens up my bandwidth to like do other stuff for other people. I think that's definitely been pretty time consuming. We've also had like a web meeting like every single week. So that's kind of filled up my schedule more. But it was nice to have like a downtime, like big project to like slowly chip away at like while I was sick. So it all worked out for the better. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to like new stuff, you know, like maybe more outings, more activities now that I'm feeling better. It's just, you know, getting back into life. So this is like the first weekend where we're getting back into life, but also relaxing. And then hopefully we can keep this up. And I slept like through the night last night, which we love to see. And I want to just continue it into the next week. So I'm very hopeful for that. I know this was a very chatty vlog, but just kind of processing everything I'm going through. And I've also had a lot of work to do. So I didn't have a ton of time to like kiki and pick up the vlog camera and all of that. I also do want to work on my own content for FFM, my business. I do have, you know, just posts I need to write. The posts are like pretty much done as of next week that I have scheduled, and I never like to go that close. So we're gonna book up a couple months out on our posts and write some blog posts, get some email newsletters prepped, all of that good stuff. So anyway, we are here at Trader Joe's. I'm very excited. We're gonna tackle this shopping really quickly, and we're gonna be on our way home to enjoy some burritos, and it's gonna be lovely. All right, so we've got a couple things from my little trip out. Very basic stuff from Trader Joe's, just all the same stuff. They have the huge organic Driscoll's strawberry vats here, which I love. Also got some little raspberries. And then I've loved the stir fry veggie blend, so I got some of this. I feel like my asparagus is like going bad. It's like slimy. I probably should not have gotten that, but oh well. Arugula, we're gonna do a pasta salad. I've had this before, the Himalayan Gold Lesser Evil popcorn. Super good, so we're gonna dive into that. I wanted to try like a more expensive pasta. I don't know if this is that, but it definitely struck me as that. The packaging is very fancy and it was like $5, so I feel like it is. We'll give it a try. I want to see if it's tastes different. I'm not quite sure. So it looks like this is from Italy. It's from Italy. Okay, so it must be good. So hopefully that $5 will be worth something. I think it was on sale for $3, but to me that's not that expensive, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm bougie, but if I'm cooking a meal, $3 and some veggies, that's like pretty cheap compared to like $40 on Uber Eats. So I wanted to try that, and then I think I've had these before. but just like a little snack. I also got some roasted garlic hummus that can go with that. And then, as you know, I love the field roast sausage, so I got the Italian garlic and fennel for our pasta salad. And then I wanted to try this lentil and sage for my sandwiches, so I will report back on that. I always say that and then I never do, so apologies, but this is the little haul that I got this week. Very, very limited, very simple. We're gonna do protein and veggies for 1 day or 2 days, and then we're gonna do the pasta salad for 2 days, and then we have like some outings and things like that. So, successful haul. Good morning.
Oh my God. I was wondering what that is.
It's vlogging time. Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
We had a nice time at my parents' house last night, Saturday, and it was very chill. Otherwise, got our grocery shopping done, as you saw. We tried the breakfast burritos. What was your rating out of 5?
I mean, I couldn't really taste
Yeah,
that
he still
much.
hasn't gotten his taste and smell back 100%.
Everything was fresh. It seemed like, so I would give it like an 8 out of 10.
Out of 10, okay. I would give it like a 7 because I could taste it and it was kind of bland.
Okay.
Like there was no salsa or hot sauce, which was good for me because of like our acid that we've been dealing with, but strange for Tacos California because they are usually like packing on the hot sauce. So I would say it could use a little hot sauce, not gonna lie. But it was good otherwise. And that was all we did.
Mm-hmm.
Hung out, saw my parents, and now we are at Capitol Lake and we're gonna go walk with his mom and get some bagels for breakfast after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
Should be good to get some fresh air. So far so good. As I reported, the rack didn't stir up any like allergy things. However, the past couple days I've been waking up with like a dry throat and it takes a while like for me to adjust, and I still have some postnatal drip. I'm still coughing a bit. It's kind of annoying. I would just like this part to like go away. Like it's pretty much gone for him. He has like a coughing attack every once in a while, but you haven't been like trying to get stuff up. So for him it ended, and for me it's just like hanging on in that way. But everybody's different, so I don't really know, but that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. But I slept through the night, both nights. I feel super rested this morning, so I'm happy about that. And that should just continue to help me recover from whatever's going on. But yeah, it's a sunny day. It's not too hot though, so it's very, very perfect. It was like the coldest night ever in the summer when we got out of my parents' house last night. I was like, oh, feels like more like fall. It was like a high of 70 or something. It was very chill. So today's gonna be a little bit heightened, a little bit higher, but yeah, it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're chatting with Maya when we get home, and I think Maya and I, like I mentioned, are gonna watch The Woman in the Yard, which we've looked at reviews and it's not that scary, but whatever, we'll figure it out. And then our little final dusty. And then I've been seeing all this shit about I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't think we've even seen the original.
I think the original, obviously the original is going to be better for whatever.
Well,
but I heard this one
depends.
was like, this new one was kind of like,
oh.
unless I could
Nobody
be-
can make decent horror movies anymore. Except for James Wan and that guy that has a lot of mental problems. The guy who did Hereditary. What's his name?
Ari Aster.
Ari Aster. What a weird name for a weird guy. Yeah, those are kind of my 2 faves. I think there's another one too, actually. Oh, yay! Okay, well, see you later. Well, I thought that they had that, like... Alright friends, I am editing the current vlog, so I'm going to get it up for you guys. I know it's a short one, like I said.
I was just slammed this past week with work, just getting caught up and getting into things, so it was not the most eventful, but I wanted to report back. The Woman in the Yard, not scary whatsoever, wasted my life watching that movie. Highly recommend not watching it. Also needs a trigger warning for self-harm stuff. Cool concept, I will say. I will give them that. I think it's a cool concept. I got what they were going for, and if you like that kind of more like deeper meaning or whatever, I do think like it was a cool concept that really failed on delivery. Like I think they could have really amped it up and made the woman more scary and like really like gave us jump scares and like content. The concept was cool, storyline was cool, but everything kind of fell flat. So that's my personal opinion. I'd give it like a 2 out of 5. It really wasn't that great. Good acting, good actors, loved it, but other than that, nothing really too cray-cray. You don't have to think too hard with that one. And then we watched Final Destination 5, which actually is the last one before the current one. And I have to say, not very scary, but again, like, we're desensitized, and also like we've seen everything now. I'm sure I would be scared poopless if I was a little teenager or a little teeny bopper, a little middle schooler watching that. Totally understand that. Just like Paranormal Activity, although I'll be honest, those things still kind of scare me. But that one was just very gimmicky. The like gore is intense, and then I would also say it's similar to Terrifier. Not as in as disturbing. Terrifier is definitely more disturbing, but like the special effects and everything, like it doesn't look real. It's like clearly a mannequin. It's clearly very fake gore. So to me, it's not as like disturbing. You definitely go, ooh, like it's uncomfortable, like the ways they die, and like the ways they die are very creative, but in terms of like the actual like splatter of blood, it's just not very realistic. So glad we watched it. It's another classic like franchise off our list. We will watch the new one, but yeah, didn't really do much for us. Now we are starting The Haunting of Bly Manor or whatever. We loved The Haunting of Hill House, I have to say. If you caught us a few episodes of the vlog back, you will see how unwell we were watching that. It's actually very well done in my opinion. So I would honestly say like the monster or whatever, the demon in Bly Manor is actually scarier as of right now. For me, just my personal like reaction, I guess, to it. But those were really well done. So they're on Netflix if you were looking for a series. But yeah, Maya and I had a blast. We didn't get to coloring, but we had a blast catching up. And as you can probably hear, I sound better, almost back to my normal self. I'm still dealing with all of the crap. I'm only week 3, so it's not that weird, but I'm trying a Claritin, and then I'm gonna see after a week if nothing changes. I'm probably gonna go be seen just in case I have like a sinus infection or anything. But yeah, that is all she wrote. I'm gonna end off the vlog here. Thank you for coming along with me as per usual, and we have lots of exciting things coming down the pipeline, lots of fun things coming up in next week's vlog, so I will see you then. I hope you stay well, stay healthy, and I'll chat soon. Bye.